Hello, 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 and good morning from New York City. Excuse me. Good morning from New York City. My name is Michael, and welcome to this live YouTube English lesson. We'll get started with today's topic in just a moment. Um, please say hi. Feel free to leave a comment and let me know who's here. Say something in the chat. If you can hear me, that's great. Just want to make sure the sound is working. Hi from Morocco, Mohammed. Thanks for joining us, Sandeep. Hello, welcome. I'm going to say a few hellos. Hello to Sunny. Hi, Yalchin. A couple of more hellos, and then we will get started today. Thank you so much for joining me. Um, it's um, it's Wednesday. Today is November 13th. And the temperature outside today in New York was -3 this morning. Lolly, lolly, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Xiao Tan Liu. Hi, Aman. Hi. Thanks, everyone. We'll get started in just a moment. Yeah, -3 degrees. And today is just November. Oh my gosh, I am so worried about what's going to happen here in the winter if it's already minus temperatures. Oh my God. Yes, it is freezing here. Too much. Way, way, way too much. Yeah. Um, so last time in last week's live lesson, we talked a little bit about how to practice your speaking. I thought we would start today with a quick review. The best way to practice your speaking is to speak. And so you can speak with someone in English if you have that opportunity. And if you don't, then you're going to need to speak to yourself. And you can do that by just using your voice as you read. That's one tip. And the second tip is to speak what you're thinking. So you're getting dressed in the morning, you open the closet and you think, what should I wear today? I think I'll wear a white sweater today. Ooh, no, I wore that last week. Maybe I will wear a green sweater, something like that. So that's a good way to practice your speaking when you're speaking to yourself. All right, so uh, 2 points to talk about today. One is I'm going to talk about some phrases using get and the past participle. And number two is your question. So if you have an English question or something you'd like to ask, um, uh, put that into the chat box and I'll do my best to answer that. Can chatting help us improve our speaking? Yes, if you chat using your phone or like in the chat box here, um, it can help your speaking because as you've heard me say before, language has input and output. And output is speaking and writing. Writing also includes texting. So if you're doing that, that's definitely going to help your speaking because when you're chatting with somebody using the phone, that's kind of like a conversation, right? It's a conversation with typing. So um, the timing has to be quick, not as quick as speaking, but it's good enough. Anything that you do in English will help your English. So if and I've said this before, but I'll say it every time. Every day, try to read something, listen to something, speak something, and write something in English. And if you do those four things every day, you'll find as time passes, you'll find your English improves. Um, who else is here? Nalco, hi, thanks for joining today. So, again, if you do have an English question, feel free to ask that in the chat, and and I'll try to answer your questions as we go along. Hello, Yoko. Thanks for joining me today. So, I want to talk about a couple of phrases with Get. Get is a really interesting word, right? Because in English, um, get means buy. I got a coffee this morning at Starbucks. Get means receive. Oh, I got your message. Thanks a lot. Um, get means obtain. Jack got a new job at the bank. Get means become. It's getting cold in New York, -3 degrees. Um, and so get has a lot of different uses and meanings. And we also have some uh, set phrases that we use with get and the past participle verb. Okay. So, um, get treated. Sandeep asked, what does get treated mean? When you get treated, it means somebody buys you lunch or buys you dinner. They treat. So if we have lunch together and I'm going to pay, I will say, I will treat you today. Okay, so that's what treat means. I noticed when I see a movie that your sentences are different from what we are learning on YouTube. Everybody speaks differently. Everybody has different phrases that they use. People use idioms. So yes, that's an important part of language. Everyone does speak differently. Everyone has a different speaking style. Some people use a lot of idioms or metaphor when they speak. So everybody is different. That's true. All right. Get plus the past participle. The first one is get caught. Get caught. Caught is the past participle of catch. And so if you get caught, and usually we say get caught doing something, it means somebody sees you or finds you when you are doing something wrong. And the typical grammar is get caught plus an ing verb. And quite often we use this when we talk about kids. For example, if you have kids and your son or daughter says, hey, can I have a cookie? And it's, just before dinner, you might say, no cookies before dinner. And then 10 minutes later, you go into the living room to call your kids and they're eating cookies. Hey, don't eat cookies before dinner. I caught you. So we can say the kids got caught eating cookies before dinner. So if you get caught doing that, it means somebody saw you doing that. If you are a teacher, you might find your students are cheating, and then you can say, the students got caught cheating during the exam, which is not a very, very good thing. So if you don't do anything wrong, you won't get caught. But if you do something wrong, maybe you'll get caught. All right, so that's get caught. All right. Get stuck. Get stuck. Stuck is the past participle of stick. And stick, for example, if you have two pieces of paper and you use glue to connect them, you stick the papers together. And then when you use glue, those two papers can't move. That's the image. So if you get stuck, it means you are in a situation that you can't get away from. And here's an example. I'm sure a lot of you, the voice is low. Why? Why is the voice low? I don't know why the voice is low. How about now? Is that better? Sometimes this microphone is not working the way we want it to work. Hello. I hope that's better. Sandeep, you have a lot of good questions. Hang in there. We'll get there. Okay, so yeah, sorry about that. So when you get stuck, it means you're in a situation that you can't get away from. So I'm sure a lot of people have had this situation. I got stuck in rush hour traffic. So I'm driving my car and there's many other cars. It's the rush hour. I can't move. I can't get away from this situation. So I say I got stuck in rush hour traffic. Um, you could also get stuck in a difficult situation, like I got stuck in a meeting for 2 hours. I couldn't escape from the meeting. Um, Mohammed says, I got stuck last week when I was explaining a hard subject. Absolutely true. Yesterday, one of my students asked me a question. What did he ask? What did he ask? What's the difference between I can't think now. I can't think of it. Anyway, somebody asked me a question that was really, I got stuck. It was really, really difficult to answer because those two words have a very close nuance in English. So that's what we mean by get stuck. All right. So Sandeep has a couple of questions about vocabulary. What does goosebump mean? What does get treated mean? If you need help with vocabulary like that, the best thing to do is go online to the Urban Dictionary or the Free Dictionary. So in Google, you type goosebump meaning, and you'll find the answer to that, okay? That's the best way to find the answer to vocabulary. And when you go through that effort yourself, you're going to learn it a lot better, okay? So that's that. I got stuck with my nephews last week. I could not hang out with my friends. Rimas, great. Ahmed, great example. That's a great example. So you have to hang out with your with your relatives. You can't go out with your friends. You got stuck. That's right. What's the difference between I apologize and my apologies? Just the grammar. I apologize for coming late. My apologies for coming late. No, it's the same. So there's no difference between I apologize and my apologies. Okay, the next one. Get fired. Get fired. If you get fired, it means that you lost your job because of something that you did. So there are two ways you can lose a job. One is you get fired. That's because you did something wrong or somebody did something wrong. For example, let's see, Tom came to work late too often, and so he got fired because he came in late. So it was Tom's fault. It was Tom's problem. But sometimes you can lose your job because the company has a problem. Maybe your company doesn't sell enough things. And so in that case, we would say that you got laid off. You got laid off. So if you get laid off, you lose your job because of the company's issue. And if you get fired, you lose your job because of something that you did. Okay. So that's get fired. All right. Mohammed got his haircut yesterday. I bet you look sharp. All right. Moving ahead is get lost. When you get lost, it means you lose your way. And sometimes, you're walking you travel and you're in a new city and you lose your way. And you could say that, oh, I lost my way today. But it's more common to say, I got lost. I got lost. When I'm in Japan and I'm in Shinjuku Station or Shibuya Station, I always get lost. Those stations have too many exits, and it's very easy to get lost in those train stations. A lot of people in New York get lost in the Wall Street area. If you've been to New York, you know that in the Midtown area, the streets go this way and this way. It's like a grid. but downtown, the streets kind of go like this, and it's very easy to get lost in the downtown area of New York City. By the way, we use the phrase, hey, get lost, as a kind of very direct and very straight way to tell someone, go away. Go away. So if you've got kids, and for example, you're cooking and your kids say, oh, how much more time is dinner? And you say, oh, 10 more minutes. And then they come again. How much time more dinner? 9 minutes. Get lost. Like, get lost means go away. Or if you are trying to study and your roommate is bothering you, you could say, hey, get lost. I'm trying to study. Keep in mind, get lost is a very direct and straight way to speak. And we use that like when we're angry, okay? So, be careful how you use that. I wouldn't use get lost to a stranger because it's a little bit too direct. When I was visiting New City, I got lost, right, at night. Yalchin says, get the picture. Do you get the picture? That's an idiom. Do you get the picture means, do you understand? Do you get the picture? I broke up with my fiance. I feel I'm lost. That's right. I'm lost. I am lost has two meanings. I am lost literally means I got lost. I don't know where I am. But I am lost, like I broke up with my fiance, I am lost means like emotionally, I don't know what to do. I'm lost. So if you have a very serious trauma in your life, like you break up with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, and emotionally I don't know what to do. What am I gonna do? I'm lost. I got lost. You could say that. After I got fired, I got lost. I didn't know what to do. So we use it. We can use that in a figurative way too. Okay. What else I want to tell you? Get paid. On to a happy topic. When you get paid, you receive the salary from your company. Okay, so getting paid means I got my salary from the company. Here in the US, most people get paid every 2 weeks. When I was younger, a long time ago, people got paid once a week. So that's get paid. How about in your country? How often do people get paid? Do you get paid once a month? Do you get paid once a week? How about you? Get off and get out. You get off the train and you get out of the room. 30 days. 30 days, once a month. People get paid once a month in Japan. Once a month. Wow, once a month seems to be the standard. That's tough getting paid once a month. You have to really budget your money that way. All right, a couple more. Get dressed. Get dressed. When you get dressed, you put on your clothes. Some people get dressed before breakfast. Some people get dressed after breakfast. A couple of times people have asked me, what's the difference between get dressed and put on, like put on my hat or put on my sweater? So you put on something. You put on your shoes, put on your sweater, put on your jacket, but you get dressed. That's it. So, a common mistake, people say, oh, I got dressed my sweater today. We don't say that. I got dressed. Just that. Okay. And then the last one for today, get changed. get changed. When you get changed, you change your clothes. So maybe you wear a suit when you go to the office, or you wear a uniform when you go to school. And then when you get home, you take off your suit and you put on casual clothes. So you change your clothes. We say, I got changed. So when I come home from work before dinner, I like to get changed. All right. So there you have it. Some phrases with get. We have a couple of more minutes. If anybody has a question, let me know. We don't say, Sandeep, we don't say, you have a lot of questions today. We don't say, I'm getting late. We say, it's getting late. It's getting late means it's very late. The time is late. Maybe you would go to a friend's house. It's 10 or 11 p.m. and you would say, oh, it's getting late. Sorry, I need to go. I'm late means I'm not on time. So that's a difference there. And I don't want to be late. So don't be late. Get change your shoes. Yalchin, that's a good idea. We don't use something after get changed. You can say, I change my shoes or I get changed. Okay, so you can change your shirt, change your blouse, change your shoes, or get changed without anything after that. All right, that, my friends, is all the time that we have for this live English lesson. So I'm going to do a live English lesson here on YouTube once a week, every Wednesday at this time. So you can put that in your schedule, at least until, I guess, the end of the year. That's my plan anyway. So tell your friends, invite a friend to come with you. You can learn together and then you can practice what you learn with your friends. If you have any suggestions or requests for an English lesson here, send me a message and let me know. I would be happy to try and do those topics. Don't forget, please check out myhappyenglish.com. I've got over 2,000 free English lessons on my website. And there's a search button at the bottom and the top, I think. You can search for a lesson, okay? So over 2,000 free lessons there. Don't forget, there's a Happy English podcast that comes out once a week. And if you have an Amazon device like the Echo, you can get two free English lessons every day. I have 2 Amazon daily briefings, Teach Me English and Phrasal Verbs, plus the podcast here on the Amazon device. It's all free. Mary Britt, the lesson is 9:15 a.m. New York time. Okay, so 9:15 a.m. live on YouTube. That's it for today's class. Thanks to everyone who made a comment. I really appreciate that. Good to see you guys. And see you next time, either on YouTube or on Instagram or something like that. You guys have a great day. Stay warm. Let's check out the temperature before we go. It is, oh, look, -2. It's getting warmer. Yay. All right, you guys have a great day. Catch you later.